From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
We had some breaks of sun at times today on our Friday, but clouds have thickened up during the afternoon, and the clouds are not going to go anywhere this evening and overnight. That also means temperatures aren't going to change a whole lot because we have the cloud cover, a southerly wind, and moisture is increasing as we head through the overnight ahead of this storm system that will bring the potential for a few strong to severe thunderstorms to the area Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. We'll get into the details here in just a moment. We started near 39 degrees this morning here at the studios in Lawrenceburg, snuck up to 60 degrees in several locations across the area. We're into the low to mid 60s. I think we're even warmer by several degrees as we head through tomorrow afternoon. A few spots in the viewing area tomorrow could briefly hit 70 degrees. No rainfall measured so far today, but that will change with a few stray showers possible tonight, and then the big rain chances with the showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. The latest update from the Storm Prediction Center still has this level 2 out of 5 risk, the standard risk level that they do here in yellow for just about all of our viewing areas, southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, and northeast Mississippi, with the time window starting as early as 2 or 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon and going all the way into the overnight hours. This is a lower end type threat. This is not some big tornado outbreak or anything like that. Having said that, a tornado is a tornado. It does not matter if it's an EF0, an EF5, or anything in between. They're all dangerous. And even on a lower type threat day like what tomorrow looks to be, you still need to be aware, you still need to be ready to react, and you still need to take the threat seriously, even though it's a lower end type threat. A few tornadoes will be possible. Again, this is not a guarantee. This is one of those situations where if a couple of the ingredients don't perform to the full expectation, the severe weather threat may not even fully materialize. That's often how these threats behave during the late fall and the winter months. They're a lot more fickle than what you see with the spring threats. However, they're just as important to pay attention to as the threats during the spring. We could also have a few storms producing damaging wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour, maybe some small hail, pea to dime size. Cannot rule out 1 or 2 afternoon storms with quarter size hail, but that's a lower threat. Also some localized flash flooding in the form of some street flooding possible, especially Saturday evening and overnight once the main band of storms comes in. So let's time everything out with Futurecast. And don't take this down to the exact minute for an exact specific town, but use this as an overall guideline of how things will likely evolve over the next 24 to 36 hours. And so far, we're on track. Cloudy skies, breezy south winds, temperatures this evening in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Not really dropping overnight because of all those factors we just mentioned. A few spotty showers during the overnight hours, maybe a rumble of thunder, but no severe storms expected tonight for any part of the viewing area. We wake up tomorrow morning with temperatures right around where they are right now in the upper 50s and lower 60s with a strong south wind. It will be as high as 20 miles per hour sustained at times on our Saturday, maybe gusting to 30 to 35. Especially during the afternoon. A few breaks of sunshine tomorrow, warm us well on up to the mid to upper 60s. A few spots could definitely hit the lower 70s briefly. And then that 2, 3, 4 o'clock window, we're going to start watching northeast Mississippi, northwest Alabama, southern middle Tennessee tomorrow afternoon for the possibility, not a guarantee, for the possibility of a few of these individual type thunderstorms that may act as a supercell, and if that's possible, there may be a few tornadoes involved. Now, I say the word supercell, and I know that gets a lot of attention because on some of these threat days we have here, we get these supercells that produce those big long track tornadoes. That's not the type of day we expect tomorrow. The ingredients are just not there for that caliber of tornado threat. But if we see a supercell or two tomorrow afternoon, what that does is it increases the chances of the lower end type tornado threat actually verifying instead of things kind of being a dud and not fully coming together. So if we see a few supercells, it's likely that lower end type tornado threat will actually verify across the area. That threat of a supercell or 2 or 3 continues between about 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon through about 7, 8 tomorrow night when the actual line of thunderstorms comes in. And with that line, gusty straight line winds possible, locally heavy rain and localized flooding possible, in addition to maybe a brief spin-up tornado or two, which you have to pay attention to those as well. But that threat's going to be lower with the line itself, and that line continues on through the area 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, moving out 12 to 1, but lingering heavy rain and rumbles of thunder all the way through daybreak, even behind the cold front, but the showers clear out during the morning hours of our Sunday. So even though this is a lower end type threat and not a big outbreak or anything, you still have to have a plan in place ahead of time for what you're going to do if a tornado warning is issued, how you're going to hear that warning, and where you're going to go to seek shelter. You do not wait until the storm is bearing down on you and is in a few minutes away before you decide what you're going to do. You need to have multiple reliable ways of hearing warnings, including a NOAA weather radio, the wireless emergency alerts built into your phone, also our free weather app, and I'll talk about that here in just a moment, how you can get that if you already don't have it. Sirens serve a purpose to warn people outdoors. Do not rely on the siren to wake you up out of your sleep during the overnight, and this threat will continue into the overnight. You need to know ahead of time where your safety place is going to be, keeping in mind those safety rules of small room, lowest floor, near the center of the building, away from windows, and leaving mobile homes. You have to have a sturdy structure picked out ahead of time for where you're going to go. Don't wait until a warning is issued for your area and the storm is flying toward you. Also, some way to protect your head and neck from flying debris. It can be as simple as a $5 bicycle helmet that can save your life, but anything hard and sturdy to protect your head and neck from flying debris if you have to seek shelter. One of the best ways you can stay in touch with us tomorrow is the free Tennessee Valley Weather app. If you're on your computer or your smart TV, you can scan that QR code on the screen to make the download. Otherwise, search your app store, whichever app store you use, for Tennessee Valley Weather. It's a completely free download. It will always be free. You get the Viper Interactive Radar, hourly and 7-day forecast, push notifications for watches and warnings, and you get a live streaming link to our 24/7 digital weather channel. And the reason why that's important, that's how you can watch our live streaming severe weather coverage if you have to go to your safe place tomorrow. We will be staffed here to provide live coverage should any warnings be issued across the area. After this system, lingering showers into Sunday morning, and then we're dry next week all the way through Friday as quiet weather returns to the area after this weekend system. Will also turn cooler near 70 for Saturday, and then we're back into the 40s for daytime highs to start next week before we moderate back toward the mid-50s as we head toward the second half of next week. So a changeable weather pattern ahead here over the next several days. Only staying in the mid to upper 50s, lower 60s tonight. A few showers possible, otherwise mostly cloudy. Can't rule out a rumble of thunder tonight, but tonight, no severe storms expected across any part of the viewing area. Upper 60s to near 70 for Saturday. Mostly cloudy, but a little bit of sunshine. And again, that severe storm threat starting as early as 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow, lasting into the overnight. Northwest Alabama, more of the same. Upper 60s, lower 70s, mostly cloudy, a little sun, breezy south wind gusting as high as 20 to 30. And then 2 or 3 o'clock is when the window opens for that potential severe storm threat, and it continues into the overnight. After that severe storm threat, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, showers in Sunday morning. Back to quiet weather for next week, lasting all the way through Friday. There's the latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.